Hello, everybody. This is a fastball special about Samuel de Champlain. Samuel de Champlain was born in 1567 and died in 1635. Samuel de Champlain is a huge influence on the world, especially Canada, Quebec. Samuel founded many trade posts and is often called the father of New France, aka some part of Canada. Samuel was an explorer, and unlike Saint-Jacques Cartier, he actually sustained the first French colony in North America permanently. Samuel was trained in seamanship, navigation, and map making. This is one of the reasons he's a good explorer. Samuel wrote books and several maps. By the time Samuel was 20, he sailed to the Caribbean, South America, and Spain. We don't really know anything about his childhood or family background, but his religion was known as Catholic. He was so good at his jobs, King Henry IV made him the royal geographer. It was about to be really popular. He went to New France, aka Canada, in 1603 and explored the St. Lawrence River, but went back in 1604 with the plan to establish colonies with others. He went to Dodgett Island near St. Croix River. After winter, they moved to Bay Fundy, now Nova Scotia, then mapped to Massachusetts Bay. In 1607, the English came to Kennebec, which is now Maine. This will be important for the Anglo War. He left for the New France again in 1608 in hopes of founding Quebec, one of his biggest accomplishments. Not only that, he was the leader of the expedition, he was leading 32 other colonists. Champlain survived, including 8 other people. And around June, more colonists came from France. Around the same time, Samuel joined the Northern Indian tribes and treaty and helped them defeat Iroquois marauders near Lake Champlain. In 1610, there's a similar victory. Because of these incidents, the fur trades between the indigenous and French increased, and French prestige were enhanced. In that same year, he went back to France and married the king's secretary daughter, Helene Bully. In 1611, the fur trade almost perished from financial losses, which are really bad because all the sponsors abandoned the colony. Samuel got King Louis XIII to step in, and the king made a new viceroy. Then that viceroy made Samuel the commandant of New France. In 1613, he brought back his authority in Quebec and went straight after the Ottawa River to bring back the fur trade. In the next year, he orchestrated a company of French merchants to finance trade, religious missions, and his own exploration. After all this, he went to Lake Huron, where native chiefs wanted to help it destroy a heavily fortified village at the south of Lake Ontario. To sum up the battle, Samuel lost to the Iroquois defenders, and they had wounded him badly. His warriors, Huron/Algonquins, got him out of there. Samuel spent the winter in their territory. He went back to France, but back home was not good either. Political maneuvers were seriously bad for the colony's future. In 1620, the king reaffirmed Samuel's authority over Quebec, but was forbidden to do personal exploration and deploy his talents in administrative tasks. After all this, the colony was still dependent on the fur trade and barely got into agriculture. And they're not really grown to care, but the English thought it was worth taking over in 1628. In the Anglo War, Champlain was fighting in New France, Quebec, until the next summer, but the English captured him and took him to England. In 1632, the colony was given back to France, and in 1633, Samuel published his 7th book. Then he went back to New France on his boat. Only were a handful of settlers, but more arrived each year. Sadly, in 1635, he died of stroke. His colony was stretched along the shores of the St. Lawrence River. This is his legacy, which pretty much jump-started Canada and gave Canada its really early history. Next time you're in Quebec or even learning about the fur trade, make sure you bring this guy up because he did a lot.